Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you reach this message is the right time for you. My name is Dina. Thank you so much for joining. Today we have a great pile of white sage with some mugwort here, smudging off the energies. Moving into this reading, I was about to do the daily Dharma, which is typically the first reading I do each time I sit down to record. And before getting into that, I feel that for some individuals, there's an energy of attachment. Of course, you can see this as something operating on the internal level for yourself, but not to generate any type of fear in our life or any type of fearful frequency, but just in my own beliefs, it's always better. What was Prevention is better than the cure was one of the Art of War cards in the pre-shuffle that I was just seeing. I didn't make that connection till just now. But it's always better to protect our energy if somebody is, for instance, trying to attach to our energy. Some select individuals in this reading may also resonate with previously departed, transitioned souls, or you may see them otherwise energies or ways of being, perspectives that have already passed out of our lives, such as, let's say, we were in a poverty circumstance in childhood, but now we've gained our own success, but that there is some semblance of attachment still happening between either the timeline, the energy, the fear of, or for another select cross section of this collective reading, it may be an actual individual who embodied some type of energy that was quite significantly or intensely interwoven into the fabric of our reality from a formative situation or time in our lives. It could have been a relationship that turned the tides of our lives, or something significant, something coming forward is an individual that passed either somehow tragically or intentionally by their own hand. If you catch my meaning, condolences for anyone touched by these circumstances. I want to say that no matter our connection with that individual, it is always healthy for us in this body when we feel any types of energy coming through and continuing to influence our lives in perhaps troubling ways, or creating a wedge between circumstance, between our own self and our healing, ourselves and our success, or our liberation from some type of energetic hold. These are the attachments we're talking about. So however it happens for you, just kind of join me for a moment, if you will. Take in some of the protective sage. Energy is timeless. Connecting to me across the ethers is very much the same as connecting here and being in front of me. And we're programming this smoke to gather all protective energies, all of our power back into our soul, taking a deep breath and reclaiming our birthright and our right to life and to be here in this moment. Releasing any responsibility and guilt for things beyond our control or beyond our awareness. Breathing in again. Centering ourselves in the reading. And let's offer up and allow any of our guides, guardians, spirit team, ancestors to gather, stepping forward, showing us either a totem that represents a powerful protective influence in your own life, represents someone in spirit, or some element of your own power that you are recalling now. Lynx, keeper of secrets, a very priestess energy here. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. I just had a softening of understanding towards a feminine energy, whether this was embodied by someone that was man or woman. The energy is coming through as somebody perhaps from the generation, wasn't it called the secret keeper generation? So more than just priestess energy that we think of as being the secret of the occult knowledge, I feel like there were perhaps some type of family secrets or secrets within an organization, however this comes through your situation here, and that previous generations or individuals were somehow aware but somehow unable to assist this attachment energy to be transmuted through either the family or the legacy in some way, and that because you were uniquely, because you as a soul embodied chose uniquely to be part or touched by this energy or experience or individual, you have gained a unique insight or awareness because of this that is allowing you to see straight through any mask energy, perhaps deeper than the individual who's even wearing the mask has met themselves. And although you, and you may even be somebody such as a counselor, I'm seeing someone who may be like an abuse survivor group facilitator or moderator of a group, or somebody who works like at a shelter for domestic violence or something, or adult foster care home. All of these things, someone being an advocate for others was perhaps a way for them to transmute their perceived inability to stand up for themselves. This energy is supporting us with deeper awareness. The next one, Puffin, partnership. Adorable energy here. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. So yes, this secret keeper energy seems to be one who was learning a lot about independence through perhaps abandonment or rejection or self-imposed isolation because they were trying to protect themselves. This individual may have been very either critical or limiting to your circumstance in an effort to protect you, but not for all of you. There's no end to the nuance of the situation, so only take what resonates. Where this other side of this energy stepping through with the puffin, for most of you, will probably be embodied by a different energy. But I feel both of these seeds of awareness are within you, and this is a resonance within yourself that resonates with others before you. So this this puffin energy, in contrast to the isolation of the priestess energy of the lynx, who may have even transmuted their faith and their protective, secretive protector energy, it may have been channeled into something like an organized religion or like an organized survivor group type of energy, like I'm saying here. But most of their journey was solitary, whereas this puffin energy was more of somebody who, it may have even been a Gemini. I'm hearing somebody even on the cusp of Gemini Cancer, right around the solstice, but this may be different for many of you, was somebody who identifies more so with connection with others, seeking that feedback from other individuals in their life, always looking to see how they were impacting others. And so they may have had a highly developed friendly persona, like the friendly uncle or aunt, or the one who is always out there doing for other individuals in open service, but perhaps humble, but somebody who was always smiling and joking and connecting others. And I'm seeing an inner sadness with this individual, that whether or not it was as far fetched as depression, I feel like they also, uh, just because of their ability to draw others out, this was able to, whether or not they were able to reach that deeper happiness, and whether or not you identify with being somebody who struggles from time to time to get out of some type of lower hold of emotional resistance to happiness, take that as you will, that this individual planted some significant seeds within you about your supporting you in some way or challenging you in some way to reinforce your identity. And perhaps it's through some of their influence, however challenging that influence may have been, to see yourself with the ability to be both one who fades away into the wallpaper and also the one who is not afraid of the attention that comes your way. It may have seemed negative attention at one time or another, but that you're witnessing that that's part of your gift. That even if you tried to blend in with the wallpaper, people can sense you and feel you without even seeing you, that your energy draws other individuals to you, and you draw other individuals joy from within their soul and out of hiding. Wow, that seems like these two ancestors, spirit guides, whatever, are working with your ability to reach into the hidden depths of your own awareness and to draw that from the others, to dust off their inner beauty and show it back to themselves, to bring their joy forward. Underneath the deck, Lion, higher calling. I am seeing with the links in the lion here and lioness, the Sekhmet Bastet imagery, the goddesses from Egyptian lore. Lion is higher calling. You have within you all the courage that you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and for your tribe. So there's some type of leadership here. Perhaps you've been like the reluctant hero, they sometimes call that, where you thought that part of your gift was to just blend in, but more and more as you work through your energy and step further and further into your deeper alignment, the more you're recognizing that your gift is to actually stand out. That some type of seemingly negative attention that came forward for you at some point was actually more in relation to some type of suppression of your calling or light. Something was interfering. I'm getting a little drop in my gut as I say that there was an interference pattern happening that was also part of the journey to move beyond this, to put the correct pressure upon you to bring forth your ability within yourself to choose this difference, both the isolation and the recognition of your deeper partnership with your higher calling in general. It's like no matter how you may have thought you were hiding or whatever, it's as though to say that that aspect of yourself is always there, always evident. It is kind of, in essence, who you really are. And perhaps that's also one of the things that called some of these challenging energies into your life and created some type of entanglement or attachment energy. And maybe there are also other departed spirits, and maybe this is because of some of you having some mediumship gifts that you haven't necessarily been fully awakened or fully aware of until more recently or in the coming time. And so as you're getting deeper, perhaps more exposed, and allowing yourself to soften and allow these energies to step forward, it's very critical that we give the proper respect to the energies and recognize that all light and dark and good and bad and indifferent energies are swirling around, and that dark doesn't necessarily mean bad, but that there are those energies that are lower or not serving our path that we should remain protected from. So if we find it in our best interest to speak to some type of, just for to put it into more black and white tones, something that's seen to be a lower vibrational resonance, we can ask that lower vibrational resonance, if we need to hear their messages, that they need to speak through our higher awareness and be translated therein, that they don't get access to our earthly body, that they must speak through the highest and to the highest, in order that the highest would then translate what we need to hear from that, if that makes sense. So I'm not saying that not saying any type of thing. I'm just saying what's coming through. Weave the future golden. It's as if to say we need to be aware of which energies we are giving voice to and which things we're actually allowing to stitch into the future. So I did have quite a few fall out on the ground, but the one that fell upright on the desk here on top of the lion higher calling is Sound the Fierce Flute. 29 reduces to an 11, and this is all about the higher messengers from spirit channeling through the higher vibrational essence that is like this piercing, fierce, and fearless energy that wants to speak through us with that lion energy about recognizing the voice of God within, and the voice of, I mean, God, good orderly direction, my friend calls it, or, you could call it something else. I'm just saying that voice of truth, justice, love, call it what you will. We're being shown that we have the capacity to purify our energy and to give voice to that. And I think that that's what we're talking about, is this ability for us to be a medium. And part of being a true open medium, I do believe, is allowing other individuals to release their attachments, to allow them to let their joy speak through, and to surpass the amount of shame that has suppressed or oppressed some of these energies, to then lift everyone up with that catharsis of the release of attachment to the lower energies, or to the earthly complications that came with some type of energy or individual while they were immersed in their, let's call it just brokenness, or ego that was the false evidence appearing real. I mean, ego has a lot of things to offer us, but it also gets all caught up in the human dimension. Leaving that there. So this is a big pile, but this one fell separately. It's To the Celestial Mountain, number 41. Yes, I just see somebody really meditating and allowing space for energies, ancestors, or higher beings and guidance to speak through the process here. So you may want to do some free writing and channel some energies through, and some type of protection may be necessary. I'll just look at these real quick. We have a lot of Kuan Yin cards out here, but then under the deck here, we have quite a bit of the Kali cards stepping forward. We've got Kuan Yin, Mother of Mercy. So this may be a challenging circumstance. Oh, and this is number 19. And when I looked up, it was 1919 on the timer. Interesting. I don't know if that's a birth year for someone, or if they were 19 years old, or if this was 19 years ago. Yeah, and it may be a motherly energy speaking through one of these energies. It may have been like a scare 19 years before the final outcome. So Mother of Mercy is like, be gentle, be aware that individuals who have seemed to have interfered in your life or been critical or unavailable to you at different times, that they were also navigating their own issues at that time. We need to maybe disengage from certain things in order to release the attachment that's holding us back from some type of healing or forgiveness. I'm seeing Ivory Swan Goddess number 15. Ivory soap. I don't know if that's important to somebody. Um, it floats in water. Um, then we have Krishnu, Kali number 41, with this double-headed masculine. May have been somebody that sort of dealt with two-faced masculines, or was seen to be a little bit of two minds, or like had a mask. Durga Kalika, cutting through the illusions in the Maya with clear-sightedness, being reborn and aware, a Kundalini awakening. Dakshina, also more about the Kundalini and the allowing our gentle nature to also be intertwined with our ability to be fiercely protective of self and others. That advocacy in that priestess energy there, it's like something that we're standing up for. Anahata Kali, coming from the heart, a warrior of the heart, breaking through the stoicism and um the like someone that took some type of medication to numb themselves because their pain was greater and they were unable to be emotionally available. Somebody's recognizing and speaking that they were not there for you when you needed it, but it's because they were not able to be there for themselves, that they weren't able to really weave their own future back in. They didn't accomplish everything they were set out to do here karmically, perhaps, but that you were almost a shining jewel from their heart space and their heartfelt intention. You're fulfilling a family legacy in the right way. And then we have Trauma Nagmo, this fierce, demonic looking rendition of Kali with a bowl full of, excuse the expression, the severed tongues of her enemies or the evil. And this is talking about us being the truth bearers, the witness, the one who calls the lies out and discontinues lies from being kept in the silence. And we are cutting through that and setting some major karma correct in this life. And you're being applauded for this, for your ferocity and for your power and strength, even when you feel that you were perhaps hiding some of your deepest emotions within. And then we're seeing Kali Kalmasa Nasini. I don't know if someone here is a Sagittarian, but it's like a victory card for me, but a pause in the victory that says, yes, I'm still here. I don't know if this is maybe sisterly energy, a best friend type of an energy that's just like standing by your side, walking with you. And they had many battles that they couldn't necessarily make it through here, but it looks like they're helping you to find your true north with this arrow here. Recognizing your struggles and applauding you for being able to continue on your path and to keep calling yourself back to center and to remain open and aware. Kalahadra, another priestess energy. I just love this one. It's such a glowing night goddess energy. It reminds me of a Taurus energy in this card. Got a couple signs, of course, stepping through here. Very heightened awareness and blue ray energy, indigo starseed children coming through. Talking about your embodiment process and your ability to use your voice, whether it's written, spoken, musical, taking some type of advocacy or appointed position, or taking the helm of either a family or an organization or even a social media platform. Your voice is a powerful activator of all these energies, and it seems that you're helping to lay some spiritual unrest to peace, to laying them to rest through the invocation of the feminine line, whether you're masculine or feminine. And then drink from the emerald fountain. Perhaps you've been a little bit drained recently. It says to replenish yourself and to drink lots of water, maybe get some healthy vitamins, supplements, or whatever is good for your energy, to help you to flush away all the liberated toxins when you're doing this work and helping energies to cross or to transition, to be the alchemist and the transmuter of lower to higher. It does liberate those essences and energies that are resonant with that within our body, and then to flush them through, flush the organs once in a while would be good for somebody here. But you've got to understand that this is not medical advice. If you've got some issues that need oversight by some accredited doctor, please do so and don't take my word for it. I'm just a reader of cards. So out of the Akashic Tarot, we've got a few things coming here. We've got the Queen of Keys, someone who's joyfully having an episode, like proof of a sign from the other side. It's like she's just going about her day and looking out, and then all of a sudden there's that totem energy stepping through, or a bird, or like something just pops in your head, and it just so happens to be that thing that so and so always said, and it's the perfect antidote to whatever thought was just seeking guidance. It's that individual stepping forward in your own third eye awareness to speak to you and through you. And part of this is giving you the key to unlock your liberation process, to take that next step and to confirm for you very powerfully that this is really happening. So this is part of the key to your higher calling, is really cluing into those higher vibrational essences. What's 2727? 99? I don't know if that's somebody's address. 2727 came through when I was saying that, and it called out. So we also have major number 18, up in the air. So maybe this is somebody's actual final rites, or a memorial, or something else that still needs to happen for someone, or an episode in your own life, or a transition between relationships, or a transition between jobs, or whatever it might be for you, or if a recent passing is something that is calling to mind previous ancestors. And there's something about being reassured that everything is happening the way it needs to happen, to try to tap into some semblance of patience, that we are being supported and watched over from the other side, so to speak. Because as we all know, energy can't be created or destroyed. It only changes forms. So those individuals are still part of the collective energies teeming all around us. They're magnetized to our process because we are so critically entangled with family, friends, loved ones, and those that we've had difficult interactions with. There may be some, I don't even want to give voice to this one, but just a quick saying, that there may be someone who left someone's life in a very tragic, sudden way that was seen almost, here's my throat, it seems that there's blame and anger still towards this individual for leaving you to clean up something possibly symbolically or literally, that I feel like this individual is still in some sense of limbo. I hate to use that word. Um, and I don't want to say purgatory, but as though they're still, um, whether you are still holding on to things that need to be released or not, I would definitely say that if that's a situation somebody can identify with, um, whether it's something positive or negative, maybe you would want to release some balloons with messages, or maybe you need to do a cord cutting or something like that, just to discontinue or to cleanse and purify the air around you, because I'm sensing that this influences you a little too much on the day to day, and that it's time to breathe new air into the situation. Lastly, here we have number 20, will, wisdom, and mind. So there's something here about mind over matter, or um, recognizing here that your internal process is very important. And just because we don't believe in something doesn't mean that these energies can't still exist and coexist with us. And that if we do have something that needs some protection from, it's always good to clean the energy from time to time when we're highly sensitive individuals, because all energies kind of magnetically are attracted to the light. And the greater our light becomes, the more everything wants to come around. And how would we know that we were being influenced until we were cleared out? It's like, um, all of a sudden having a shower after, a few days in the desert, you would really feel like a new person. And I think that that's what we're being told, is that balancing out our energies is an important part of this right now. And there's something about liberating energies and detaching. Perhaps some individuals may identify as being like a death doula, somebody who's on hand at these powerful transition points, or that is actually able to help liberate spiritual attachments and cross spirits over. But those of you who are drawn to that, definitely stay blessed up and protected. Not out of fear, but just out of keeping yourself cleansed and clear. Love you all very much. I hope that you've met a message that spoke to you. And if this wasn't your reading, check back for some of the other ones. And we'll be doing the Daily Dharma next, so check in for that. Until next time, all, take good care of yourselves.